Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another Disney Save Create-A-Sim. Today we're going to be creating some toys from Toy Story 2 and we will be making Jessie, Prospector, and Bullseye. So we're going to be starting out with Prospector today. He and Jessie are related. He is actually Jessie's uncle, and that means he is also Woody's uncle because they are going to be cousins, Jessie and Woody. They are going to live in the apartment that I just renovated from Evergreen Harbor, so make sure you check that out first. If you missed it, it's down below in my Disney Save playlist. And without further ado, let's get into today's characters. So we have Pete here. I think I'm going to call him Prospector Pete. I'm a little bit unsure about how to name him. The naming system in The Sims isn't ideal, but we're going to make do. His aspiration is Chief of Mischief. He is a mean, childish, erratic Sim. He does not have a spouse, and he is actually in the acting career. Prospector has two completely different personalities. Sometimes he is a wise, kind grandfather type that can provide good insight and advice, but sometimes he is a mean, cranky, selfish old man. He is very manipulative and good at making people believe he has their best interests in mind when he only really cares about himself and furthering his own goals. He has been living with his niece Jessie for a long time, and Jessie has no idea how mean and manipulative Pete really is. Prospector stars in a children's show called Woody's Roundup with Jessie. The show is mostly forgotten and starting to lose popularity, and so the show executives are trying something new by slowly phasing out Prospector on the show and replacing him with Jessie. He doesn't like that she gets more screen time and is becoming more popular with the kids. He wants to sabotage that for her and move far, far away. He can't really move without Jessie's help and finances, so he's trying to convince her to go with him, even though all of Jessie's friends, family, relationship, and work are in Evergreen Harbor and going really well for her. Prospector likes to lounge around and watch reruns of Woody's Roundup. He does have a minor stone collection and will occasionally go looking around town to add to it, and if you saw the apartment reno, I did add that just to give a little bit more to his character. He will be a one-star celebrity with a neutral reputation, and so he could lose it at any point because that is really easy to lose in The Sims. When you are a one-star celebrity, it's easy to get rid of. So he's kind of on the edge of being like this forgotten celebrity, and he definitely doesn't like it, and he's being very manipulative to try to get himself out of the situation instead of actually just maybe work harder or do something about it or just let his niece thrive. Now we have Jessie. So Jessie's aspiration is actually going to be big, happy family. I think that ties in the movie pretty well considering all of the other aspirations. I think that might be the one thing. She really just wants to be loved and be a part of something and is really paranoid of being rejected and fears being alone. So definitely one of the better aspirations for her character. She is a self-assured, goofball, outgoing Sim. She also is a bit of a bro, and she could be active as well. I kind of am like pending on her traits right now. I still am not totally sure what I want to do there, but I think that all of those really will fit her character. She does have a relationship with Buzz Lightyear. They are dating, so that will be apparent in the Disney Save, and she is the owner of Bullseye. So Bullseye will live with her, and I think that again makes sense for the movie, even though he's more of Woody's friend or more Woody's companion later on. He starts out being with Jessie, so we're going to put him there. She is also in the acting career. Jessie is sweet but sassy. She is totally confident and super fun to be around. Her general happiness is super contagious, and she can be the life of the party. Jessie feels like she's been stuck for a really long time. She's been living with her Uncle Pete in their tiny apartment, starring in a children's show that doesn't really pull in good numbers anymore. The studio is thinking about canceling Woody's Roundup and taking Jessie's acting career with it. As a last-ditch effort, they are centering the show more around her, and she's trying her best to keep it alive. She loves acting and the people she's met because of working on the show. Her Uncle Pete has already given up and is ready to move away and start something new. She could go with him, but her entire life is in Evergreen Harbor, including a new relationship with her boyfriend Buzz. Jessie isn't really the type of girl to just up and walk away when things get hard. So I might implement a club called Woody's Roundup. I haven't really decided. I also kind of want to do a club called Andy's Toys and put all of the toys characters from all of the movies across the board into one club, and I think that could be fun if I can make all of them fit. So I'm not really sure what I want to do there, but it definitely is an idea. Her hobbies include acting, horseback riding, partying, party games, card games, and poker. Jessie can be a bit of a bro. Most of her friends are males, and she fits in just just fine with them. They are loud, chaotic, but fun and supportive, just like her. She will be a 2-star celebrity with a good reputation. So a little bit more than her Uncle Pete, but not too much. And then we have Bullseye here. So I want to just put this out as a disclaimer. I already talked about this in my previous video, but I did decide to make Bullseye a dog so that we could have him as a pet character in the household. And we started out with like a horse base, which was basically just like a mixed breed dog that I felt like resembled close enough to a horse. And I am going to use the same color scheming. I'm going to use the same like general layout of how Bullseye looks, with like the peach colored areas around the mouth and the darker tail and the mane, but he doesn't look like Bullseye very much at all, and I'm aware of that completely. There's really just no way to get that full horse resemblance without some CC, which if they don't add horses to The Sims 4, and that would honestly be such a crime, they really just do need to add it. I will be able to apply some custom content, but that will be obviously for the custom content version of the Disney save. So I wanted to make sure we still at least had your plain dog type that would work for this household if you don't use custom content. And what we ended up with is just kind of like a goofy looking dog with some weird markings. But I think he's cute and he embodies the character pretty well. I think I made him active and loyal and maybe adventurous or something to that regard. So he's really fun and playful and kind, and I just think it's just a cute idea. We do go a little bit more strange, I would say, and outside of the box with a lot of the animal characters of the Disney save, but I really, really like doing that. So he's different, but he's fun, and I couldn't tell you what type of a dog he is, by the way. I literally have no idea. I also wish we had a saddle. That just would have made it totally fun, but I understand why they don't do saddles, because it's kind of like, nobody really gets saddles for their dogs, necessarily. So I decided to just go with the bandana, which I feel like fits in really well with the theming of all of the characters. And that is what we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of these guys in the comments section down below. If you would like to support the Disney Save on Patreon, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box down below or the link at the end of the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post. And I will talk to you all in the next one.